How's it going, everybody? My name is Ultraman, and ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new and unique video for LEGO DC Super Villains. As you can see, things are gonna get quite frigid here today because today we're gonna go on ahead and take a look at every single one of the characters in the game that has the ice ability. So we're gonna look through all of them. I want to hear from you lovely folks as far as... Whoa, did we just clip into the invisible wall there? Whoa, that was weird. That was so strange. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. Either way, ladies and gents, I do want to hear from you lovely folks as far as which of these icy characters is your personal favorite. And again, keep in mind, it's not your favorite character in terms of like the character that you actually like and associate certain comic book storylines to or movies or anything like that. But I would really suggest that we would vote for our favorite LEGO design. So specific to the LEGO DC Supervillains game. So first and foremost, kicking things off is the wonderfully awesome Bizarro, who actually looks very, very different to what he has looked like in the past. This is probably one of the more unique takes on the character. I think he looks really cool. There's his ice breath ability. So similarly to Superman, he has that ability available. Wait, I'm actually curious. Is it ice breath or ice vision? Because I almost wonder, like, because he's Bizarro, wouldn't it be kind of cool if they flipped it so that it was ice vision and heat breath? Well, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? I think that would have been a cool touch. But nevertheless, let's go on ahead and move along to the next character in this particular list, and that would be the one and only General Zod. So of course, it seems like most of the Kryptonians have this ice breath ability, so you are able to go on ahead and put out fires or even freeze foes and enemies that you might be battling in order to give yourself a little bit of room to breathe, no pun intended with the ice breath, but to really truly breathe so that you don't have to worry about getting attacked constantly. But there he is, General Zod. I probably would say that this is the coolest take on General Zod we have ever seen. I just think it looks really, really cool. I love the armor. I love the extra shoulder pad, the unique cape piece, which we haven't seen before on any other character, or done that specific way, I should say. I love the hair, everything. Like, they truly nailed it. And in my opinion, this is the most well-rounded variation of General Zod. From there, ladies and gents, let's go on ahead and transition over to the one and only
Captain Cold is
Captain Cold. Now, Captain Cold is the first character that we're looking at, or I guess technically he's the third character that we're looking at, but he's the first character that we're looking at that doesn't just breathe ice. Instead, or freeze rays or anything like that. Instead, he can fire a freeze ray through his Captain Cold blaster. So that's kind of cool because, again, it makes him unique and different. I really love that they incorporate the ice ability into his actual movement. So as you move around as the character, you can see that you're constantly creating... Oh! Okay, that was dangerous. We barely managed to dodge that, but we're all good. But you're able to go on ahead and take advantage of the freeze abilities even as you move around. And then he has some other goofy abilities like this one, for example, that is specific to ice and so on and so forth. And then he's got little ice blasts, so you can go on ahead and freeze your foes. There we go. Just like that. And then you can just stand next to them and be like, chill out, dude. Get it? And then it's kind of good puns. Okay, so let's go on ahead and move along from Captain Cold to the wonderfully awesome Killer Frost.
Killer Frost, here to send chills down the
So,
spines
Killer
of my
Frost is one of those unique characters in the sense that I feel like she's becoming, like, slowly but surely, she's becoming more and more significant as a character. Because I remember, what was it? I think it was Superman. It was one of the Superman animated movies that they make, like that DC and Warner Brothers Animation makes. And I remember specifically in that movie, ever since that film, she was one of the villains in that film. She has been slowly but surely becoming more and more important as a character. She's got some really sweet ice abilities. As you can see, she can create an ice bubble shield, which looks sick. Plus, of course, the actual ice shield behind that, so doubly so, that is very epic. She's got one of the coolest idle animations with these like ice crystals that she's able to spawn. And then check out that downwards attack. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at that. That is insanely epic. She leaves a trail of ice spikes behind her, and she has a glide ability that allows her to go on ahead and glide on ice, kind of like Iceman did in LEGO Marvel Superheroes. But overall, very, very cool indeed. All right, so from there, let's go on ahead and move right along to our next character, which is actually going to be down in this row, and it will be all the way from the Bat universe. It's Mr. Freeze. So similar to Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze has most of his abilities, or most of his freeze abilities, why did I say it so weird? Abilities from his gun. So it's a freeze gun with a freeze ray along inside it that allows him to go on ahead and freeze his foes. So obviously, I'm actually kind of curious. Can you freeze a freeze? Whoa, you can. Wow. Okay, that's weird. That's really bizarre. I actually did not think it would let you freeze a freezing character, or like a frozen or a freeze type character, I guess. But that's very cool. His splashdown attack, as you can see, he basically just summons a giant snow boulder. I wonder how many of them could we spawn before they start disappearing. 4. So it looks like 4 is the maximum amount that you can have. Oh, okay. Maybe more if you just keep going faster. Sorta. Kind of, sort of works. But overall, very cool looking character. Obviously also has a shield, but it's not nearly as cool as the one we see on Killer Frost. I think it looks more like an energy shield than it does an ice shield in, like, as far as like specifics. Because if you look at Killer Frost shield, look at that. I mean, it very much looks like it's made out of ice. You could see the little lines that you would see typically on water that's freezing and such. So I think that that's a really, really cool touch and really nice attention to detail overall for the Killer Frost character. So from there, let's go on ahead and transition to the one and only Mantis, which I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised by that, because I didn't realize that Mantis's abilities would be considered freeze type, or of the ice nature, but they are. So you can go on ahead, and if you find a flame that needs to be put out, he can go on ahead and either create that flame, or then proceed by putting it out using these abilities, or this laser ability, like that. As you can see, that freezes your foes quite easily, and then you can go on ahead and just run away and buy yourself some time. Definitely not a character that I would think of, or even if you look at him, you would never ever think, at least in my opinion, you wouldn't think of, oh yeah, he's got ice abilities. You look at a character like Mr. Freeze or Killer Frost or characters like that, or Captain Cold, and you kind of could be like, oh yeah, probably something to do with ice or cold or something along those lines. With this dude, all I'm thinking of is maybe some sort of like lizard ability where he can like go invisible, or maybe a dragon of some sort that can, like, I don't know, create fire or something along those lines, but definitely not the freezing ability. So that was definitely quite a big surprise. So from there, let's go on ahead and jump through the ones that are the obvious choices, and that will be Superboy, who obviously has the freeze breath, who apparently can talk. Whoops, sorry, wait. Who, oh, okay, not anymore. He was talking just a second ago, and also using freeze breath, so that was kind of funny. And then Superman, of course, there's 2 variations of Superman. So you have the kind of classic Superman, as well as the Justice League variation of Superman. So whichever one you prefer can use the freeze breath as well. So those are kind of the really, really obvious ones. I guess technically with Superboy and Superman, it would be obvious to also go on ahead and take a look at Supergirl, who's part of the DLC exclusive characters. So she has heat vision, and then also there it is, freeze breath. So obviously she's able to go on ahead and freeze her foes quite easily. So that is definitely very, very, very cool to see. And then there's still one more. And I know what you're thinking. I wonder who that might be. Maybe Crypto the dog? Possibly. Maybe. Nope, you'd be wrong. Because the last character is actually another one of the characters from the DLC. And that is Rain. Because Rain also does have the ability to use freeze breath. Probably one of the coolest pointers ever. Look at those, like the 4 skulls. That looks terrifying. Man, I just realized what a cool team up between Rain, and if we went ahead and summoned General Zod, there he is. Look at that. They look like the kind of army that you do not want to mess with. Look at that team up right there. That is quite epic. So, with that in mind, ladies and gents, let me know down in the comment section below which is your favorite ice-powered, or ice ability capable, I guess, let's call it that way, character in LEGO DC Supervillains. You have Bizarro, General Zod, Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold, Killer Frost, Mantis, Ultraman, Superboy, Superman, Supergirl, and rain. I guess technically I just realized we didn't take a look at Ultraman. I figured Ultraman is basically Superman, so there we go. Ultraman with freeze breath. Oh, okay. That's actually a good pun, so I'm kind of glad that we listened to that. The Man of Steel? No, more like the man that steals. That was quite clever, but this is one heck of a team up. Ladies and gents, thanks all for watching. I will hopefully catch you guys here on the next one. Peace out. See you laters. Alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.